Hey, what's going on, guys? This is John, and I want to thank you for stopping by the channel, for checking this video out. So what we're going to look at today is this Anechoic 223 suppressor from Anechoic, and we're going to see just how much how well it does at being a flow-through style suppressor, and how much back pressure it's going to add to this little 10.5 SBR right here. All right, guys, first thing, I got to get a little bit of housekeeping done. Go down below in the description. I've got a link to my link tree. I've got all my affiliate links listed right there. I've got some really good ones. Primary Arms, Palmetto State, Die Free Company makes the Kung Fu grip. I don't have one on this rifle, but my other ones I do. Ballistic Advantage, I've got a lot of their barrels, and I love them. If you need any kind of optic or gun part you can think of, Primary Arms has probably got you covered. You can get some really good optics for a good price, and you can get barrels, handguards, stocks, anything Magpul's got to offer, whatever you want. Check them out. I appreciate it. All right, so baseline, we're going to go unsuppressed with the Ballistic Advantage barrel. It does have a Revival Defense single port brake on here. I know what you're thinking, brakes are dumb on SBRs, and they kind of are. But the reason I put it on here is mainly to be a sacrificial baffle for these suppressors, because 10.5, there's a lot of gas, a lot of pressure, and I just wanted to put something in there to kind of help reduce wear on the cans. And I don't really intend on shooting this unsuppressed that much or at all, so to me it seemed like a good idea. But first, you can't really get a baseline of pressure or back pressure until you shoot without any back pressure, so that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to shoot a couple rounds unsuppressed. Sorry, I got my weird glove on because that can was a little hot. I just got done shooting it like an idiot. And so anyway, let's take the construction worker glove off, and let's see what the ejection looks like unsuppressed on this rifle real quick. Oh, sunflower. I don't know if y'all felt that in the camera, but I felt it, and it kind of hurt. Woo! All right, so I think we're doing pretty good. Unsuppressed, it's got a Springco spring. It's a red Springco and an H3 buffer, so I think that combination is doing just, I think I ripped my shirt when that thing went off. Anyway, Springco red and an H3 buffer, and we're shooting like 4 o'clock, so that's perfect unsuppressed. So let's see what it looks like suppressed. Let's see if this is the suppressor that usually lives on this gun. It's the Yankee Hill T3, and it is a somewhat reduced back pressure gun. That's what they claim anyway. I took the cap off the flashlight because the muzzle brake would have blasted it off, so I just went ahead and took care of that. Anyway, so we've got the Yankee Hill on here. Like I said, it's reduced blowback, and I believe it is to an extent, so let's see what it looks like. All right, so we're shooting probably about 2 o'clock, 2:30 consistently. The camera is right at 3 o'clock, so it's going just in front of it. So I'd say like 2:30, and I shot a bunch of rounds before this. And I got kind of the same, same results. I know what you're thinking. I didn't unload the gun the first time I put this suppressor on there, and that was my fault. So anyway, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to change out hubs on the suppressors because this has a Reardon Atlas, this has a Wolfpack flush mount, and the Reardon Atlas fits just inside this ALG handguard. This flush mount won't, because you can see it's kind of extended just a little bit. That little small pocket right there, or pocket, that little part, tucks it in just like, I'm talking about like a 1/4 inch away from the handguard. So I need that on this can to work on this gun. So we're going to do that, and we'll be right back. All right, so I've got the Atlas on the back here, which really does look good because they both have those like wrench flat kind of hex, or I don't know how many's on there, but it's got the little bolt head type wrench flats on there. They kind of match up pretty well, so that looks pretty cool. Anyway, all right, so we got the Anechoic 223 on here, and I will say that thing feels really good on the end of this gun because it's titanium and it's like 3 or 4 ounces lighter than this T3, which isn't heavy anyway. But you know, any bit of weight on the end of the gun helps. And this thing, God, that thing feels great out there. It is a little bit longer, but we're also gonna, in this test, we're gonna kind of see what the sound comparison is. I know we're up under this cover right here, but I might get out in front of it and do a little sound test. But anyway, right now we're working on back pressure. So let's see what the Anechoic does. All right, it's shooting about the same. It's actually going, I don't know if it looks any softer on your end, but they're going just to the side of the camera, just like the T3. So I would say that's pretty good reduced back pressure on that flow through. Let's put the camera out front and let's see what it sounds like. All right, so this is where, you know, the flow throughs, everybody kind of doesn't like them because they push all the noise out the front, which, you know, is going to happen because there's holes in the front. That's how a lot of that gas comes out. So we're going to see, I've got the Anechoic on here, and let's see kind of what it sounds like for you guys out there. And let me turn my microphone off. All right, so you can probably tell you're just running off of the camera mic. You're not running off of this mic, so it's going to sound a little different, but it's going to be way better comparison wise for the suppressor. So let's see what it looks like. All right, let's get it swapped out and we'll see what it looks like with Yankee Hill on there. All right, we're back up with the T3, the original can for this gun. So let's see what it sounds like on your end with the T3 on here. Get back, make it as accurate or consistent as possible. All right, so there we go. That's a little quick comparison of the Anechoic 223, which is still kind of hot, and the YHM Turbo T3. They both claim to be, this is reduced back pressure, this is flow through, so ideally like not much back pressure at all, which it does have a little bit. It might be the baffle design is, they don't really have like holes and stuff in them, but that flow through end cap is probably the main thing that's allowing it to be flow through. But to me, they sound great. I've shot them, these Anechoic, on 16-inch, 18-inch, all that stuff, and they sound great. So they might actually be a little bit quieter than like a normal flow through. But at any rate, that's just a little comparison on with ejection pattern and sound. Hopefully you guys can see kind of the difference between unsuppressed T3 and Anechoic. Also doing getting a little bit of time, a little bit of testing with this sledgehammer charging handle from Breek Arms. They sent me this sledgehammer in OD green because I think green is pretty cool. But anyway, it's supposed to be like a really strong, ambidextrous, gas diffusing charging handle, gas busting, whatever you want to call it. It's got vents, holes, walls, ports, all the cool stuff to prevent gas from getting in your face. And I never smelled any gas or tasted it. You know, with my my Dead Air Nomad on this thing, I could taste the gas because it was that bad. Let's try to see how gassy she is. Whew. Don't shoot with your mouth open. Don't mouth breathe with a suppressor. Whew. It gets in your mouth. But anyway, these are a lot, the back pressure on these two cans is a lot less, and this charging handle seems to be doing great, so I think I'm good on the gas in the face department right now. So we'll go over real quick just some reasons, like differences between these two and why you might want to go one or the other. This one is not titanium, it's stainless steel and some other materials, so it's going to be a lot tougher as far as like temperature goes. You can get this thing a lot hotter. You can run it hard. I have no worries running it hard on a 10.3 inch barrel, you know, getting it hot, blasting a lot of rounds through it. I'm not worried about that. This one made out of titanium. It's a lot lighter, but you have to be a little more careful as far as temperature goes. I think 800 degrees is the limit they want you to not go past on the anechoic. So you have to be a little bit more careful. And I think on these short guns, which it would be great on because it's titanium and it's, you know, already saving a little bit of weight, but on the shorter guns, I just feel like they get a little hotter because there's more gas, more blast and all that stuff. So that's why I've got this one on the 10.3. This one kind of lives on my 16 and my 18 because, you know, I'm probably not going to be blasting rounds as fast or as hot out of those two guns as with this one. This one right here, the good thing about it is user serviceable. So what that means is the hub obviously can come out the back, but the end cap on the front can come off and all the baffles slide out. So if you want to run this on a 22 long rifle, you can do that. If the bore is big enough to run on a handgun, like they have a Anechoic 35, I think they have a 45 also. So they can run on pistols. You know, handguns and 22 and stuff just run a little dirtier, and you need to be able to get those baffles out. To clean them real well, you can do that with this. If something happens with a baffle, you can slide them out, slide new ones in. You don't have to worry about getting it re-welded, that kind of thing. Also, the end cap you can change. They have like a flat end cap if you want to, like if you have an overboard suppressor and you want to dial in that end cap for a specific caliber to bring that noise rating down just a few decibels. Because if you've got an overboard end cap, you're letting a lot of air out, you're letting a lot of sound out. Also with the flow-through end cap, same deal. You're letting a lot of air, a lot of sound. If you want a tighter board, no flow-through end cap like this, you can do that. Of course, you're going to have to buy it, and you know it's not cheap because it's titanium and all that stuff, but it's just an option you can do. Also, the T3 only comes in black, I believe. The Anechoic comes in OD green, which is this right here. This is the coolest one, I think, because like I said, I like green. You can also get an FDE, obviously, black, and they might have a gray version. And I've seen a lot of like bare metal, the bare titanium. That's pretty cool if you like a shiny gun. I don't like shiny guns, so I just stick with like black, tan, and green. So I can assure you this is not the last you're going to see of these Anechoics. Like I said, I've got two of them. I've got this one and a 30 cal L. It's a little bit longer. It usually stays on my 308 bolt gun, but you're going to see a lot of these because I'm really liking them so far. They did send both of them to me, so all I had to do was pay a transfer and tax stamp. So, but anyway, I am liking them. They seem to be well made. The coating on it seems to be durable and thick, and they are lightweight, and they're really cool, and they've been working great. So plan to see a lot more of these in the future.